Hi guys, I'm Jen. I run out of Baronia. Today you guys are going to be coming along with me for a day in the life of what I do for Jim's Dog Wash. So we're going to be doing a double wash for our first job for a German Shepherd Cross Staffy, which is a little bit of a strange mix, but she's beautiful. She just got a sister, which I haven't seen yet, so that'll be fun for a bit of a new job. Then we'll head over to Burwood and do another double D-shed for 2 big fluffy dogs. It's a bit of an average day. No clips today, but it's always nice to have a bit of a break, do something a bit different. And that'll be about it for today. So as we said before, Lucy is a German Shepherd Cross Staffy. So you can see she's, come on, the size of a German Shepherd, but she's got a Staffy coat. Come on, up. Good girl. Come on. Oh. Alright, I'm just going to take a photo. I always take a photo of my dogs. Alright. Oh, I know. I know. There's nothing actually wrong with Lucy here. German Shepherds do tend to make a lot of noise. So we're just having a chat, aren't we, darling? Yes, we are. It's okay. No, we're just going to give her a good scrub. It's okay, darling. Okay, give her a rinse. And we're just going to give her one more shampoo. Even if I'm told the dog is okay with water, I'll still get this a lot because they're going into water involuntarily. They may like water, but it's under their terms, where this is not. You're okay, big baby. She just told me they're very close. They don't like being separated. So a lot of this is probably that as well. Oh, I know. Come on. Here you go. So I use a chamois over my dogs. It absorbs a lot of the water, it saves on a lot of towel use. It's okay. Okay, I'm just gonna need to close this for a minute because as soon as I let her out of that bar, she's gonna want to bolt. Come on, Lucy, up. Come on. Good girl. So I'm just gonna spray her with a little bit of vinegar and water. Just helps with the dry time. And I'm just going to put these on. This is very loud. You want that now? Good girl. Give her a brush. And we'll check her nails. Check these ears. That's good. Tap. Give her a spray and she's all done. See, it wasn't so bad, was it? Okay, go on. Go on. Where's Mum? Oh. Dottie, it's your turn, darling. Oh. Much better behave. Dottie. Dottie, come on. Good girl. Now, I haven't done Dottie before. This will be a first one, so I don't know how she's going to behave, how she's going to react to everything. So we'll just see how she goes. All right. You're going to be a good girl. Up, down. Oh, was that good? Okay. Oh! Whoa. Hey, hey, hey. Come on. I mean, this type of behaviour is not surprising. She's still a baby. This is her first proper bath. So, considering she's actually been quite well behaved. So I'm just going to try and lift her out instead of letting her come out here and jump up. Now, letting her jump up on me like that, I don't always let them do it, but she wasn't being too full on, she wasn't being aggressive, and it actually helps me out a little bit. Now, she might be a little bit more difficult doing nails. Can I see? No. Good girl. Or not. All right, and we're done. Come on. Well, you're shy now. What's wrong? Come on. All done. Would you like a receipt?
No, I'm all
No?
good.
All good.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem. Just give me a yell when they're ready for the next one.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
See ya.
We've just done Lucy and Dottie, who was a little feisty, but you get that. So with Lucy, she was actually relatively easy. She does have German Shepherd in her. For her to make so much noise, it is very common for a German Shepherd to be very vocal. She's not too thrilled on the water, so having that in there as well was probably going into her making all that noise. And she is very close to the other dog that we did, Dottie, so being away from Dottie probably didn't help either, but she was pretty good. Other than the noise, she was pretty good. Dottie, on the other hand, being a puppy, she was a little bit more boisterous. It's just a matter of handling her, showing her that there's nothing to be scared of, and then hopefully next time she'll be a little less full on. So I've been with Jims a year last Sunday, and in all honesty, I wouldn't look back. I've got 20 years of hospitality retail background, and you couldn't pay me enough to go back to it. You couldn't pay me enough to do anything else than what I'm doing right now. I actually looked into another company before this. It wasn't what I was looking for. I'd found there was a lot more cons and pros with them. I was scrolling on Facebook, saw an ad for Jims. I thought, oh, there's one I could look at. Sent an email, got a phone call that night, and that was probably sort of mid-October from memory. And then 13th of December, I was first day on the road. Yeah. So it was only 2 months, if that. Yeah. And I did all my training and all my paperwork and everything in that time. It was a little intimidating coming into a new industry where I had literally no experience, never done anything like it before. But the support that you get with Jims is second to none. The training is incredible. You do your week of business training with everybody else, so you get to know all the other people that you may see out on the road. Then you do your week or week and a half of on-road training with your groomer, one-on-one, you're not in a classroom, and you're making money while you're training. So, but once you get your sort of feel for it, you do things your way, you run the days how you want to run it. What more can you ask for, really? So a typical day for me, I would usually start at about 9:30 because I have to do school drop off in the morning with my daughter. Head to my first job. I usually start, like I said, start at 9:30. My next one's sort of around 11:30, 12 o'clock, depending on distance, depending on the job. Get that one done, whatever it may be. I usually have a couple of clips through the day. I like to sort of mix it up, have a clip, a wash, a clip. And then I'm usually finished around, I'm usually home by sort of between 5 and 6. Rinse out the trailer, get it all clean, dry my towels, and that's it. I do take a lot of people out for trial days. Sharon will generally just send me a text with a name and a phone number, ask me to set up a trial day. Usually what I do is get them to come to me. Now that we're all over lockdown and things like that, usually they just jump in the car with me. That way they get an opportunity to ask me any questions that they have. which are usually a lot, and they're usually financial questions. Then I'll get them in, get them working. Obviously they can't touch any of the clippers or anything for insurance purposes, but I'll let them do the washes and the dries. I don't think you get a feel for the job unless you actually get in and do it. And yeah, then we finish up the day back at my place and go from there. Then they just sort of decide if they want to jump on board or not. Apple and Mac we're going to go see. They're very, very fluffy, so they're a little bit more work. So what I will generally do is get them in the bath. Usually that's the hardest bit, is to get them in the trailer and in the bath. Then I'll give them a little bit of a brush out just to get out any excess fur that's sitting on the top. Do the same thing, double shampoo, conditioner, chamois over them, and then I'll give them another bit of a brush out, dry them off, brush them out perfectly, give them a nice slick brush over the top, spray, nails, ears, done. Come on, Mac. Come, buddy. This is Mac. Come on. Good boy. Come on. Up. Come on. There you go. It's one of my little tricks to get them in. Sometimes if they don't go in the bath, jump in and they'll follow you. So because he's a bit fluffier, I'm just going to give him a quick brush. Okay, so it's matted there. We can take care of that. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, because he's a bit fluffy, we're going to use the de-shredder. We'll get out all that fur. I'm also going to use my de-shedding mitt on this one. Just gets in a bit deeper. You see there, he's a lot more chilled out than the other two. Yeah, you want to look at the camera, right? Everything on this side first. Now I'll turn him around and do the other side. So I'm just going to brush out all these endy bits and these knots. So using this prevents me having to use the scissors and actually cut anything out, which we want to try and avoid. I will if I have to, but we want to try and avoid that. If you've got a bigger mat that you've got to cut out, you can leave bald spots, which you don't want on him, you don't really want to do. In saying that though, I am going to get the scissors out and tidy up his feet a little bit because they're a little bit funny looking. You can see that one there. Yeah. I'm going to try and brush, stay there, brush it out. Oop, there it goes. There we go. Done. So before I took him in, all back here was really, really dense and it almost felt like it was matted, but I heavily conditioned that with the conditioner in the bath and I've just brushed it out and it's come up unmatted and untangled. My worst one, Japanese Spitz. Yeah. These guys only call me, I only see this dog probably 2, maybe 3 times a year. Yeah. They don't bath him, they don't brush him. Imagine a Japanese Spitz. Big fluffy white thing. Yeah. No neck, it's just body, hair and a face. I had to shave him bald. He was that matted and that bad, literally from head to toe, I had to shave him bald. The only part I'd left was his head and there was a strip down his belly. I called and I asked the customer first and they said, do what you have to do. So I did. That was the worst one I've had. I've had some pretty bad ones, but that was the worst one. Yeah. So I'm just cutting out all these fluffy bits and just tidying up his feet a little bit. Been doing these dogs every 6 weeks for probably the last 6 months. This job I actually got through another now ex-franchisee. She moved and didn't want to come this far anymore. That's the other thing with gyms, like everybody will hand out jobs to other people if they can't do them or if they're too far away. So that's a good thing with why you should get your dogs done, especially if you've got fluffy dogs like this on a regular basis. Like, you can see how much hair I'm getting out of him, but at the start, the whole trailer would be full with hair. So you get them done regularly, then you can get on top of the shedding. And you don't get hair through your house as much or as often. Like, I knew how to do a sort of basic bath and nail clipping, but that's pretty much it. Asked me a year and a half ago how to trim feet. Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. Ear, little cotton ball. That wasn't too bad. No, I know. There you go. Mac. 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 Good boy. Good boy.
How are you, big boy? Nice
Yeah, he's good. Hello, darling.
How long will she be?
Looks probably half hour-ish.
Ah,
yeah.
All good.
No worries, thank you. Ooh. This is Apple. Come on, darling. Here she comes. Come on. Nope. Come on. There we go. Good girl. Come on. Don't whinge. Come on. Okay. We're going to do it the hard way. Nope. Nope. Can't get out of it that easy. Okay. Now I've got to bring out the muscle. Oh, Apple. Come here. Come on. Come on. Whew. It's my workout for the day. What's that? Yeah. What's going on, Apple? Hey. I'm just going to put the belly strap on her just to keep her up because she's being stubborn today. So I'm basically just going to do exactly what I did with Matt. You couldn't pay me to try and even guess what breed she is. She's so strange looking. She's beautiful, but couldn't guess a breed. I'm not going to try and brush that out. I'm just going to cut it out without cutting her, of course. Nice one there. She had a pretty nasty mat underneath her belly. It was too thick to try and brush out, very similar to that one. So the easiest way to get rid of that is just cut it out. But luckily it was underneath, so even if I leave a bald patch, we're not going to see it. Apple. Up the stairs. There we go. Good. She had a couple of little mats, I know some bigger mats underneath her belly. I just cut them out.
That's fine, yeah.
So
she generally gets more,
He had a lot of knots that were just easy to brush out, but she had some big mats underneath. Figure, cut them out, you're not going to see it. So
all good.
We're doing card today?
Yep.
I will book them in for their normal 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys have a good Christmas.
Yeah, you too.
Excellent, will do. Thank you. Hey guys, thanks for coming with me with a day on the road with me with Jim's Dog Wash. If you want to try it for yourself, give us a call on 131 546 or jimsdogwash.com.au.